Welcome back to something else. However, I see that this is frozen. It is frozen. So let me maybe change it to this. It unfroze it. Nice. So I'm here to talk a bit, and instead of having just my face for once, I'm gonna instead go to this thing. This is Mine World, something I've started back in 2016 that I changed, rechanged, tweaked, and retweaked again and again to give this right now. There we go. This is Mine World. So, I have some pictures that are showing that this was pretty barren. It was bad, but I've used this place to actually become a better builder, and I think it shows. So, these right here are a good example of what I made before. So, wood, lots of wood, a bit of concrete, because that was back in 1.9 or something, maybe 1.10 or 11. And the inside is a table and the basic things for Minecraft. And that's it. That's all you had. You had no thoughts given to interior design or anything. Even exterior design was always the same thing, as you can see. Look at all of these. The roof is always the same in all of these. The only one that's kind of different is going to be this one. But in the inside, it stays the same. Just this, because there's a water canal that's coming through. Yes, this isn't a flat, in a super flat, because it was just made for me to build, okay? It was made for me to improve my building. Then I came back after a year, and I decided to get back to it. Unfortunately, some of the improvements I've made were over here, but I lost the save when I changed computers at one point. Actually, it's not that. It's that I tried to get it on my laptop at the same time, and I destroyed the backup. So I lost both, because it destroyed the normal save and the backup at the same time, so that was bad. So there you go. I was stuck losing 2 years, basically, of my life, and losing a massive skyscraper that I've built over there, but, well, that's fine, I guess. I still had the basic buildings. All of these were already built, all of the ones that are basic, and then I replaced some, but we'll talk about these later. I'll also talk about, so I'll keep doing the tour first, and then I'll talk about one thing. So I did the second place here, same thing, those are very basic, and they're actually the oldest standing buildings in the world right now, these ones. These 5. And if you look on the inside, this one is nothing. There's nothing in this. If you look here, there's nothing. Not even a furnace this time. So yeah, and that was the case for all of these. But then I decided, after a year, to come back and build this house, which is, as you can see, a little bit better when it came to the interior design. I made a TV and things like that. But where's the kitchen? Like, where are the basic needs for living? They're not there. And so that brings me, after these two, that brings me not to these, which are also really old, and this one was meant to be a mall, but unfortunately I never made it. But not these two, which are very old, but it brings me to this one building right here. I think you can see that the style really changed at that point. I really like the modern style in Minecraft, the style with concrete and everything, and so that gave me this. This is what it gave me, this building right here. And I think this is probably the best one out of all of these, you know, of all of the other ones that I've built. This was the best one I've made, if you don't count the other save, unfortunately. So this was the first one I've made, this one. And so here is the kitchen. However, as you can see, that's pretty basic, right? There's not a lot of things going on in here. And it's still quite small, you know? And this is the first thing I really took from the internet. This was the bed. This is the bed. So this is the first thing I took from the internet. So the ladder with these things on the side and the mounted bed. This is the first time I really tried something like this. How are you here? Wait a minute. Did I not block on the side? Oh wait, no, I gave them an out with this. I'm an idiot. I give them an out. Oh. Right. I gave them an out. Normally you can't jump from here all the way. No, that's fine. So I gave them an out. Whoops. I always try to keep these guys inside because they always try and flee. Which sucks because I want to keep them in. Anyway. There we go. So this building has 4 houses inside of it, which are pretty much all the same. When it comes to style and everything, they're pretty much the same. Except for the last one, normally, if I remember. This is the 3rd I built, and this is the 4th. No, it's pretty much the same. As you can see, pretty much the same. The bed on this one is pretty bad as well. But so yeah, that was the first big building that I built in this save. However, now we get to this one, which is the best I've built. Bar none. Bar none. At that point, it was bar none. It was the best building I've ever built. However, I feel like I have one that I actually prefer. And yeah, I'll show you. I'll show this one. Don't worry, I'll show this one. I think you can see that I came back to this one in 1.19 because of the mangrove. So there you go. However, I think you can see that there's 4 houses in there in the first one. And this is a lot more, no? What has happened here? Yep. We have a lot more things going on in there. However, this was me building the things that I wanted in the kitchen, that I thought were looking good in a kitchen. However, I'll look back on it and do some improvements from a kitchen from the internet. This was my build for a computer, not that great. And then this, not really a lot happening, just this thing here, which I like, you know, dressing. So there you go. And then the toilets, very basic, but the bathroom basically, very basic, but I enjoy it. I enjoy that style of bathroom, pretty small, but inoffensive. And so for the first floor, it's all that, always like that. Then we get to the second floor, and there is some changes in this place. Yeah, there are. So the hood is different in here, you know, for all of this. Then I use a pressure plate still. That will change though. I will not use a pressure plate after. There's some barrels down there as well, if you can see. And it's a bit more functional, I feel. And then you have a big ass fucking conference table, basically. I will refrain from doing big tables like this later. There we go. And a little bit of a thing here. I never used this again, actually. I may do. So that's pretty cool. Also, I'll just do this as a change. Just a small change. There we go. I was a bit big on cupboard apparently. And there you go. Shower head right here. I never use this again, which I should, because it's pretty cool. And then the bedroom with the style of bed that I prefer. I really like this style of bed. And so yeah, with another dressing right here. And that's level 2, basically. And then we get to level 3. And I'm immediately going to go towards this one, because this is the last one I've built. I don't like the style, the clash of colors, but that's something I have to deal with, unfortunately, because I wanted to use every single type of wood, and I hadn't used mangrove yet, so I had to do it. It's very white on the inside, but that's because of concrete, and I kind of wish I hadn't only used concrete for these, but still, this is the kitchen. Very small, but functional. once again. This is the things I like. Why are these put in this position, though? It's not how I want these. This is how I want these. Thank you. This is better like this. Thank you very much. And there you go. That's basically it. But what I like is the beds. I like these small little bathrooms. And I have an extra room. Also this, because I really like this. Just a waterfall inside of that, those 3 pillars. But also this. This I really liked. This is my office room, basically. This is an office I took from the internet, of course. Which I tweaked a bit, but still, it's basically the same. I really like those doors, by the way, for Mangrove. They're pretty cool. They're not the best, but they're pretty cool. And then just, there you go. It's a small office, but it's the level 3 of my buildings. And then we get to the best exterior I've made in a house in this save. Which I basically mirrored out of a tweet that I've made because I don't have the house anymore. But this one, I really like this one. I really do. It's a bit too white on the outside, maybe. But other than that, I do like it. I do like it. And on the inside, yeah, that's when we get some things. So this, I don't know what I was making with this. But kitchen. Functional, small, but pretty good. I do like it. There you go. And then you have here the bedroom. Small bedroom, but functional. And with the bathroom. Small but functional, same thing. And you may have seen there's no living room. Yes, because the living room is here. There you go. And I really enjoy this place. This place is the place I really enjoy in this house. With this little thing here. And the office. It's small, but it works. There you go. And then after that I decided, alright, let's redo every single house in the world. And I've started this about 4 days ago. And here are the advancements I've made. I've remade this before I attacked these 2 over there. So that doesn't count. However, the first one I've made back was this one. It's pretty small, as you can see. However, all of these houses are going to be much smaller in comparison, but are going to use more vertical space. So there you go. However, I still feel like it has enough space, you know. I still feel like it do. Kitchen, small but functional, same thing as always. And same here. You have an office with the bedroom and this. I use shulker box for these. For some reason, this one's not in the right place. I don't know how that happened, but okay. And there you go. That's the bathroom as well at the same time. So good. That's... I like that. I like that. So there you go. And then you have this one. Same style, but even smaller. So I had to be conservative with my space and not get an office for once. So it gave it a small small bedroom, and then unfortunately no sink, because no space. Not enough space for a sink. But if you do have a sink here, so be happy with what you have. What is this? I don't know. Oh, right, no. Yeah, nope, keep it. It's just to make a demarcation with the living room. So, there you go. And flat screen, basically. And there you go, that was the second one. And then the third is this one, which I decided to make on 2 stages. And I think I was right in doing that because I wouldn't have enough space. So that's the bathroom right here. Enough space for everything in this one. Then kitchen. And then you go up and you have yourself an office space and the bed. And there you go. And yeah, they're all basically the same on the inside, but it's a much better inside than before, you know. It's much better inside than before. And I do one color scheme for every house, as you may have seen for the planks. And then we get to this one, which I decided not to do only out of concrete, as you can see, because I used acacia wood for the pillars of the house, and then I used some stone bricks and planks for the sides of it, because I do like this style. And then also I got a chimney in, because I find it cool to do. I've made another one on this one, and I was like, okay, it has been so long since I've made my last chimney. let's try and do another one. However, this one is actually functional, because there's an actual fire inside of that. That will always last because it's netherrack. And also, that will not burn around, because I did put a bit of quartz to make it not spread. And in 4 years, it hasn't spread. So, actually more than that. In 5 years, it hasn't spread. And then you get to this one, which is a bit different on the inside, but not too much. So there you go. You have an office space on entering, which is something that I actually had in my second house where I lived in. And then you have a big open room, same thing. There you go. With a little bit of an open water source here. Yeah, I tried to keep it open for once. I also made some central pillars to make it seem a bit more realistic, to actually, you know, it's feasible to have something like this happen in a house. Then, very small bedroom and toilets, but it works. They're functional. They still do work. So there you go. So the house isn't the best. It's not great agency, but it still works. And then I'm working on this one right now, but we are not done with it. However, why am I making this video, you may wonder? Because it's just to show off all of the things that I've made here? No. I also wanted to make it because, unfortunately, on this day, I was supposed to have another video planned. I was supposed to have a Civilization V Vox Populi video planned. However, for some reason, the video software froze the capture, but didn't freeze my mouse. So I think it's because of window capture on OBS, and I have to be a bit more careful about that next time. But so basically I lost 2 episodes of Vox Populi. And it's unfortunate because they were very good ones, and I spent 2 hours and 15 minutes for these 2 episodes. The first one was 50 minutes, or around 50 minutes, 45 to 50. And the second one was an hour and a half. And I actually was able to take 2 cities in it and everything, so it's one that is going to be sorely missed, but unfortunately I could not salvage. So instead, I'm going to replace them. The first one is going to be replaced by this video, and the second one is going to be replaced by a new series that is going to start. So stay tuned on the 3rd of September for that video. It is coming soon. It's coming very soon, because 3rd of September, come on. And yeah, that's all I gotta have to say. Also, I just want to show this house, which is a house that hasn't moved since 2016. So, yeah. Is it good? No. No, it's not good. However, I was proud of it back then. And I was like, the exterior is actually holding up. It's not that bad. I did make one little change, which is about adding a little bit more stairs on the bottom here. Like this, you know, all around. Just to give it a bit of a better look. But it's not that amazing. And I was wondering about doing this. Yeah, that's fine. So there you go. And why is it made entirely out of cobble? Because I've made a story back in 2016. Okay, I was 15, and I like to imagine things. I still do, and I actually still have something going on right now with these, but I won't show that. Anyway, yeah, so this house was for a cobble street, so buildings were made entirely out of cobblestone, or at least had cobblestone as a major component in them. So I wanted to give myself some limitations about the materials that I used. The houses that are built over here before were made with very little cobblestone, because I was like, so these guys have a monopoly on cobblestones, you know. And sometimes you may have exports, but they're not gonna happen a lot. So there you go. Yeah, I made stories like that. Also, you may see that I have some lights. Yeah, automated lights all over. Automated lights all over. So they actually turn off whenever it's light outside, but unfortunately it never was enough light because it's raining. But since we were in a desert, because that's what redstone ready worlds do, you get yourself in a desert, it unfortunately doesn't work. And you still have them on even during the day. But yeah, I also do like making some small little gardens or things like that, and as you can see this one, I've tried to finally make some trees different than normal Minecraft trees, because these were made by me here. They were just Minecraft trees, but I wanted to make some different, and this is what I came up with. I don't really enjoy it too much. I feel like there's a lot of improvements to be made, but these are the first ones I've ever made, okay? So yeah, I've made a lot of Minecraft trees, as you can see. Yeah, there's 2 here, so I've made some Minecraft trees. Then I made another one there, and I've also made a bit of a lake here that also gives you access to extra rivers here. Goes all the way over here, by the way. All of this is linked. All of this. And it goes all the way into a sewer system. Yeah, I've even made a sewer system. I know, right? It's weird. So the sewer system normally stopped here, but then I added this a few days ago when I decided to remake everything, and I was like, okay, so they need running water in houses, right? So I was like, let's give them the sewer down close to the houses that I'm building then. And it's just extra little world building. It's not amazing, but I enjoy it, you know. And then you have another little bit of a parcel here with a big lake and a massive bridge. This bridge is massive. Also, yes, okay, the border shouldn't be like this, but it's just to prevent villagers from going over. Unfortunately, it doesn't prevent these guys from going over. I have like 10 of them that are outside for some reason. There are no monsters anyway. I disabled them, so yeah, there you go. But all of these guys are outside if you look at them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn. And yeah, I just... Like, the last time I showed this save, it was like back in 2018. You know? And it was in French as well, if I remember. But it was like back in 2018. So a lot of things changed since then in this world. And the house that I was actually building back then doesn't even exist. So there you go. So I'm gonna work on my own, of course, on all of this. I may do an update on this back once or twice, I don't know. But first thing I'm gonna do, order of business, is to finish this one. Then go and take these 2 down and rebuild. Take these out and rebuild. These out. These all out. Then this out too, and then all of these are going to be taken out. I'm gonna keep the garbage. The 2 gardens here, I'm gonna keep these. The green spaces are still good. Redo this one and everything. All of these, except this one. I'm not touching this one, ever. Is going to stay here as a nostalgic reminder of how far I was from the level that I'm actually at right now. Even if my level isn't that great, I actually got much better. Because if you get inside of these, my god, it's not good at all. Also, there's no doors because they make a horrible clicking sound, because I have many villagers inside of this building. So they make horrible clicking sounds every time you open, because sometimes they will get stuck on doors. So that sucks. So yeah, this is 4 stages here. This is a 3-stage. This is a 4-stage building right here. And both of them aren't good. I'll just say it right now. They're not good. Even on the outside. Like, seriously. I was like, so I'll just make it as bricks and quartz for the first one. And then I'll use some different materials, which is why I used here some terracotta. Not even concrete, because concrete didn't exist back then. When I started, the concrete did not exist. Anyway, I did talk about what I wanted to talk about. The 2 Civilization V videos that are not there. Also, for the French people watching, and unfortunately I'm going to keep talking in English because I don't want to use both languages, but I'm just going to say one word. Merci. Because I've had over 250 views on a cast training of cast practice, you know, for League of Legends, which I never expected, and I don't understand why. Is it just because of shocks? I hope not. I hope it's not because of shocks on the thumbnail, because that was not my intention. This was just the default one, okay? This was just the default one. I did not change it. That's it. So, I'd be worried if that was the case. Also, I'm having a lot of fun doing these every day, doing these videos every day. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I'm able to do this. I may come back to streaming pretty soon. I don't know when that will be, but pretty soon. It won't be how I want to do it still. That will still have to wait until 2023, unfortunately. And I know at the start of the year, I remember that, I gave myself a goal of 250 subs for the channel. However, that was really on the condition that I would continue doing daily videos for the rest of the year, which I think you saw was not the case. I did do 2 to 3 videos a week, which was respectable. In my situation, it was respectable, but it was not how I wanted to do this. I wanted to do a lot more, but I never really could up until 2 weeks ago when I stopped working at McDonald's, because I just used this to get a bit of money, which has now happened. I did get that little bit of money, so it has happened, and I'm glad that I got this money, because now I have a little bit of safety to get back to doing what I love, because this is what I love. And if I can make everyone understand that in my life, I would love for it to be understood by everyone. But, and not just love, because it's more than that. I don't see myself doing anything other than doing YouTube or Twitch / casting for games. I don't see myself doing anything other than that. I spend 90% of the time I'm awake either on games or on the internet, at least. And 90% is a small estimate. Am I unhappy? Fuck no. I am extremely happy about being able to do this. But I want to do more with it. If people always talk about money as a first when it comes to YouTube, don't watch them. Don't watch them. You know, and money, if you are passionate about what you do, it'll come, right? And that's what I'm thinking. If I'm passionate about what I do, at one point I'm going to get to that 1,000 subs. At one point I'm going to get to the to actually being able to get some subs and shit like that, the affiliate program on Twitch and everything. At one point I'm going to get that, right? And if I'm passionate about also casting, and I'm doing a lot of those for training, at one point I'm going to probably make it work, right? And so that's my point of view on that. If I try, I'm going to make it work. So there you go. It's basically a bit of what Yoda says, you know. Do or do not, there is no try, right? No, that's not really it in this situation for me. It's not really it in this situation. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. We'll see each other back. If you are here for some Civilization 5, know that I'm not giving up. Not at all, since we actually won the war. I mean, the war is not over, but we basically won it. We have taken down 2 of his cities, so we basically won it. Although, I made a mistake with one of them, but you'll see whenever I do this again. I'll make a summary of what happened. You'll see. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you guys then.